Welcome everyone to the monthly Mastermind Ambassadors meeting. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now so that we can see the slides. They're somewhere here. We'll just get started. All right. Can everybody see, or somebody give me a thumbs up, please, on the slides, if you will? All right, awesome, Chuck. Chuck and I host this call once a month. We love to have you guys get on. We like to catch you up on recognition, on what's going on, updates from corporate, everything. We usually do some training. Tonight we have a very special training from our one and only Chuck Holmes, so stick around for that in a little bit. This is our disclaimer. Anything you hear on this call is not going to be any type of claim. No income claims, no product claims, anything like that. Nothing's designed to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any disease. So be sure that you consult with your holistic practitioner or your MD for any kind of medical advice, and get with your upline about any kind of income that you would like to get here. All right, here's how we get started. We have our overview and welcome, which is what I'm doing now. We're going to talk about announcements. Then we're going to go right into my favorite part of the call, which is recognition. Then we have business training. Chuck's going to talk to us for a little bit, and we're going to have a special guest doing a little product highlight and testimonial and a recommended book. So mark your calendars. These are our upcoming next webinars. We have June 3rd and July 1st. We do these the very first Wednesday of every week. So we love to see you. So mark your calendar. Make sure you get here once a month. Here's some other important training calls. Michelle and I host every Tuesday and Thursday a Power 30-minute work call where we are going to walk you through specific tasks, guide you into how you can grow your influence on social media, how you can get more traction on your post and just stay more relevant, stay out there and keep your algorithms fresh. And then we have our new call, which is Coach's Corner, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then we have the amazing Shannon and Salian, who host calls on Mondays and Thursdays. We always share all the call information in our chat and in our Novate Ambassadors group. So if you're not in those groups, join them and be sure you add everybody to those groups. I want to do a big update. We have a new contest right now. The May contest is kind of a continuation, a little bit different, some more goodies. Dr. K sweetened it up a little bit. So we are doing the Power of Six contest Race to Lifestyle again. Now, last month we had 3 winners who won a full expense paid trip to our lifestyle event, which is amazing. It's 3 days in Clearwater, Florida, and it's at the Sand Pearl Resort. It's a 5-star resort. It's on the beach. It's literal heaven. So I tell you, get out there, share this, get on that contest board, and all you have to do to qualify. So we did triple points yesterday, and we're doing them right now, and then again tomorrow. During this 3-day period, you need to get 1 customer and 1 associate. If you do that, you will qualify to be on the leaderboard. And for all enrollments during these 3 days, you're going to get triple points, which is really exciting. So like if you enroll a associate that orders $100 or more, 100 QV, you'll get 15 points instead of 5. So you can jump up that leaderboard super fast. And this is what I did last month, took advantage of this. So I advise you to do that. There's also some cash bonuses that are attached to this now for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. So be sure and check all this out, you guys. And I just wanted to share, this is brand new. This is our leaderboard for May so far. We have Julie Vanderwall from our team leading, with Wendy also on our team, right very close behind. And we also have our Wendy Sanders that's on the board already, and Kaylee Blessum. So exciting, you guys, get out there and participate in this. It's so much fun. All right, updates. I just talked about the contest for lifestyle. If you have questions about that, message me or reach up to your upline. We have our new Coach's Corner call that I'm going to talk about in a second. Be sure and check out our cruise. I need to put my deposit down. I haven't yet, but I plan to go on our cruise, and I'm going to share about that in a minute. Also, updates. We are now inviting all directors to the lifestyle event. So you probably got an email today, a really nice email. I think it went out today or yesterday, that all directors are invited to lifestyle. So I would get your travel plans made and get there, because events can be life-changing. I know when Chuck invited me to an event when I first started 7-8 years ago, and after attending that event, I got bit by the bug. That's what changed it for me, was an event. And they always say, you need the event or the event needs you, because you don't understand the impact you're going to have on people when you get there, and the camaraderie that's going to happen when you start talking to people there that are working towards the same thing. So Really, really fun. So, Southeast Asia is coming along great. I got an update today that the new office is opening later this month, and our beautiful president, Katie Kleinsmith, is going to be going there for the soft opening. So, super exciting. We are already shipping to Southeast Asia, guys. So, if you have any contacts, please get with them. There are a lot of people in America that have family over there. We need to get them involved because we're about to take off big time, okay? This is our Coaches Corner call that I mentioned that we now start. So we have coaches, we have a corporate update every Thursday at 4 o'clock Central. When we get those updates, now what we're doing is we're sharing a lot of that stuff with you. So you can join that. If you'd like to snapshot this, we do it every Thursday. Okay, and these are the times, and then you'll go to zoomwithcandy.com. And this is just a little bit about what we talk about on these calls. I hosted the call last week. There'll be a different host each week. And here's the information on our barefoot cruise. If you go to simplesuccessteam.com and go to the part about the cruise and then just click on it and you'll get all the details, guys. It's a super affordable way to go. You can get a room for two and it's so affordable. All your meals are included. So go check that out. All right, you guys, this is our team overview and welcome. Chuck, do you want to cover this part? Oh, I forgot to update the numbers. Oh, well.
You do it. Keep the train rolling. You're doing great.
I have the updates in my phone from Chuck and I forgot to change it. So those are last week's numbers. And Chuck, I'm looking for your text. Okay, so our mission is to help people improve their health and their quality of life with the Novate products. And our team launched mid-May of 2024. So we've been here right about 2 years now. So super exciting. And Chuck always shares the updates every month when we do this. So basically, he sent me the new updates. We now have 1,402 associates on our team, and we have 3,168 customers, and we have 4,570 total members on our team. So give yourself a huge, I think that's amazing, you guys. And it's only going to grow faster from here on. I feel like we're literally pre-momentum right now, and we're really taking off. All right, my favorite part of the call. We're going to go right into our wall of fame. Chuck put this together. It's so amazing. So if you see people on this screen here, and we have a lot of them, you guys, just look at these beautiful, intelligent faces on our team. And some of them you may see more than once. Because why? Because they've hit multiple ranks in our company. Look at here. I see Kaylee and Michelle several times on this page. So when they come in and they hit those ranks, boom, 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 we recognize you every single time. And sorry if some of this covered up by my pictures there. And here we go. We're still going. Look at this. Y'all, these are all the ranks that our team has hit. So exciting and so fun. Look at that. Look at that. There's Dr. Ivy Pruce over there. There you are, Ken. There you are. I don't know who all's on the call. I'm just shouting people out. And there's Eddie. Eddie actually just hit regional associate, and she's running hard for director. So, and she's actually on a mission trip tonight, so she couldn't be on. And then I want to give a special shout out to Kathy Murray, who literally just joined and hit her first rank, like boom, right out of the batting cage. So, and I think Kathy is on the call, so huge shout out to you. And this is our directors club, and we have so far, it looks like 17 directors on our board. We have a goal to hit more, and we will. So this is exciting, y'all. Director is the pin rank that you want to be at. It gets you into the lifestyle bonus. It sets you up for team matching bonuses and all of that. So get with a coach and let's get that rank because it's very important. All right, special shout outs. These are our April lifestyle winners. We had the top three, Matthew, Timothy, and Jennifer. Jennifer's here on this call tonight. Huge props to you. And then myself, Salian, and Susan. We all, the top three from both sides, won special things. This side won a trip to lifestyle, which is just amazing. Dr. K is so generous. So this is our one and only Jennifer Floyd. And y'all, her story is absolutely amazing. And I just am so proud of her. You know, I was on the phone with her until midnight, actually more than one night during this contest, but the last night when it was our last time to qualify and it was triple points. I mean, this girl went out there and she literally signed up 4 or 5 people the day up. And what I love about her story is it shows you when you set your mind to something and you decide to do it, I mean, there was nothing stopping this girl. And that's the kind of mindset that you need to win and succeed here. And she won a fully paid trip to Lifestyle, and she deserves it. So I'd like to unmute Jennifer for just a second and have her just share for a couple of seconds. Okay, there you go, Jen.
Hey guys, so this is a little overwhelming for me because this is my third company that I've worked for, and I've never hit anything. I've never been able to go on trips or be around people because I could never afford it, and I never thought that I had it in me to be able to go out there and change the world like I want to. I come from a background of drug addiction, and I've overcome that, and I've been clean for over 4 years. And recently, my niece has been with a Novotate, Tiffany, and she has been asking me and asking me for not years, but months, because I was with Make Wellness. And she asked me if I would get on the team, and I would tell her no, and she'd tell me how bad the peptides were for me. And I told her no, I no. And eventually I ended up getting on a call, and I've been doing this, and I'm just so overwhelmed with all of this. I can't believe it. I just continue to press in and press forward and go after the people that I knew that were in my corner and that I knew could benefit from this stuff. I don't think it's the person that sells it, it's what you're selling. And I just believe that colostrum, the way that I'm able to describe it and talk about it, has a lot to do with how I sold it. So, and I especially want to give a thanks to Landy and Myra for always being in my corner, because when it comes to coming to the back office and doing things, I'm a little still new at it. So if it wasn't for Landy, I wouldn't have been able to be here. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, everybody, wipe your eyes. Jennifer, we love you, and I'm so excited to see you at Lifestyle, and would love to maybe, have you share a little bit there too. So, guys, this is about developing leaders, growing leaders, and we're all leaders. That's why you're on the call, because you were called for more. So I love identifying that in people and helping them reach their very best that they can get to. And we all have it in us, God willing, right? All glory to God, always. So this is our top enrollers for in our back office. You have a live leaderboard, right? We have the contest going on, but we also have the excitement of the live leaderboard, which also has money attached. If you win both, you're going to make even more money. So if you win both sides of this, see, shout out to Myra, first place. She could have top enroller for recruits and customers would get her $500. So guys, get to work. You're going to get rewarded if you get to the top. And this is a special shout out for Myra. Congratulations on getting first place on the live leaderboards in the back office, enrolling the most customers. Customers are the bedrock of any successful business, but especially network marketing, because it keeps us out of trouble. Getting customers is a good thing, right? You can't have a whole team of associates, and Myra is a crazy customer getter. We got some really good customer getters on this team. Kaylee Ray, shout out to you as well. These are just a few people we shouted out today that made it to the leaderboards, made it to the live leaderboards as well as the contest leaderboards. So just wanted to recognize them. And also, all these beautiful faces you see here. This was a shout out corner I did earlier in the month for these ladies. They come in with a lot of excitement, and their teams are growing. They're enrolling people. So I just gave them a big old shout out for that and just wanted to recognize them. And here's the ones on our back office live leaderboards for May. And it looks like Wendy Sanders, our one and only Wendy Sanders, I hope you're on the call, is number one. And then we have Wendy Marquez, who's also number one for associates. So this is going to grow, you guys. And there's Julie again over there. So we got lots of people. There's Kaylee, Chelsea, Sue McLeod, Megan Fauché, who else? Myra, Ivy, Dr. Ivy. So we always dominate these leaderboards, and I'm so, so proud of you guys. All right, guys, we're going to jump into our business training now. When you join a Novotate, take a snapshot of this. You want to share this with your new people, okay? I'm not going to read through this because you guys can read, but these are some things that you want to get in place when you join a Novotate, and you want your new people to also be doing this. Sorry, my phone's blowing up, you guys. Welcome to my world. All right. Now we're ready for the one and only supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't know. You got me tongue-tied, Chuck. Chuck's been in the industry over 20 years. He is a servant and accomplished leader and entrepreneur. He's a sought-after trainer and speaker. He's an amazing blogger. He loves to fish and hunt, and he's actually on a trip right now to his parents in Maine, and they are doing a lot of that fun stuff. He's married to Rachel. He has a boy that's grown, by the way. And Chuck's an amazing leader and friend. He's had a big influence. He taught me a lot of stuff, the right way to do it. And I'm just so grateful for him. So, Chuck, I can't wait for your training. I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Howdy, my friend. I'm trying to get this. You know what? I've been fighting this webcam for 15 minutes. I'm just going to say it won. You're going to see the way my face looks. That's just the way I'm going to look on the video. You just have to go with it. Landy, thank you for the introduction. Landy talked about the importance of having customers. I want to teach you the fastest way to get more customers. How do you get more customers? You recruit more associates. One person might be able to find 5 or 10 customers, but if you have a team of 100 people and everybody finds 5 or 10 customers, that's a lot easier than finding hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers all by yourself. If that makes sense, at least one person type heck yeah in the chat. And what I want to do in the rest of this training, I want to share my top 10 recruiting tips. And over the past 20 years, just to put it in perspective, I've personally recruited somewhere between 10 and 20,000 people. I've recruited a lot of people in companies that I've been with, all through myself through the internet. I only say that not to brag, just to tell you that recruiting was probably the one thing I was the best at in this industry. It was my skill. And I just want to share some things I learned, even though I did many things wrong. We'll cover some of that too. But I want to share some of my best tips. So I spent about 2 hours preparing for this in my little yellow pad. No fancy slides, but I hope you have a paper and pen. And these tips are in no particular order. It's really hard to put this in a specific order. But these are the 10 things I think that will drastically help you level up. And some of them are going to make sense right off the gate. Some of them might be like a light bulb like a light might switch in your mind. You never thought about it before. So my goal today is for you to have at least one takeaway from this training that's going to help you be a better recruiter. If something I say doesn't make sense, ignore it. Focus on what does make sense. Take that and put your spin to it. So number one, and probably one of the most important tips, is to be the type of person that you want to sponsor. So look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, would I want to join someone in this business just like me? Are you committed? Are you plugged in? Are you using the products? Do you have a positive mental attitude? Are you attending events? Are you coachable? Are you hungry? Are you working the business consistently? And you might not be able to answer yes to every single one of those questions. That's okay. But focus on improving in those areas, because people are going to evaluate you 100 times more than they are the business. They're going to say, can Jen help me? Is Landy serious? Is this person plugged in? Is this person, are they going to be here a year from now? Are they coachable? Do they want me to win? Or are they a narcissist and just about themselves? That is what your prospect is thinking about you when you share this with them. So make sure you focus on improving your skills, your attitude, your proficiency, because people join people, they don't join businesses. I don't think so anyway. Why do I say that? Because 100 different people could talk to a prospect about a Novate. That prospect might say no to 99 of them, but there's that one person out of that 100 that they connect with that makes them want to do it as a business. So that's why we need to work on ourselves. Number two is you have to master 1 or 2 lead generation strategies. Leads are the lifeblood of our business. Probably the most common thing I've heard over 20 years is, I don't have anyone to talk to when I'm talking with a new team member. And the truth is, we all know thousands of people. If you look across your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your cell phone, your email, you probably have 5 or 10,000 contacts, if not more. However, I do believe the best market as you go through them is to reach out to people you don't know. And the reason I believe that is because people you don't know, they're less judgy of you. They don't know all about your past. They don't know. They don't have preconceived notions about whether you're good at business or not. So you want to take the time and really learn how to do 1 or 2 ways to get an endless flow of new leads. And here's the good news. There's probably 10,000 ways to get leads. I'm going to give you a couple ideas real quick, but you just want to pick 1 or 2 strategies and get really good at that. What I did to build my business through the past 20 years, I would just write articles on the internet. I'm not telling you to write articles on the internet. That's just the strategy that I used. And people would read my articles. They would find them valuable, or some people would, and then they'd reach out to me because they looked at me as someone who knew what they were doing and they asked to join me. How can you do that yourself, and how can you get more leads? You can get good on Facebook like Kaylee and Landy and Michelle are. They're very, very good at that. You could master LinkedIn. You could master making YouTube videos, which I still think is the number one thing you can do to get an endless flow of people to contact you first. You can also use postcards. You can call leads. You can use your prospector. I know people who just do face-to-face. That's how I started in the industry, just going to bookstores and when I was out and about in life talking with people. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, just find a strategy that resonates with you and then take 2, 3, 4 hours and do a deep dive on YouTube, learning how to use that lead generation strategy. So as a simple example, let's say that I'm Jennifer and I want to use LinkedIn to build my business. Then I would just simply go on YouTube and I would type in how to generate leads on LinkedIn, and I would watch 8 or 10 videos, probably commit maybe 1 or 2 hours of your life, and you would probably learn 90% of what you need to know to get leads on LinkedIn. Then you just go and do it. You can also talk with your coach or your sponsor, and they can help you if they have experience in that certain way of getting leads. If they don't, you can reach out to their coach or one of the company's coaches. There's going to be someone who knows how to use that lead generation strategy. I do want to also caveat in that, say you should start out by approaching some of the people you know about the products as a customer. I think that's the best way to lead with your warm market. But you do eventually want to have some builders, and that I believe is the lukewarm/cold market is the gold mine for that. So number 3, you got to improve your skills. No one comes out of the womb as a recruiter. No one comes out of the womb as a network marketer. It's all something we learn how to do. I'm sure everybody on this call has a different job or a different career. And guess what? You were taught how to do that job or career, either through college, either through a vocational school, maybe an apprenticeship, or just on-the-job training. Well, this industry is no different. You can learn how to recruit, and you do not have to be a good talker. I'm not really a good talker. I'm confident on a meeting, but the best talkers are not the best recruiters. The best listeners are always the best recruiters. The best people who can ask the best questions and listen tend to be the best recruiters. So how can you improve your skills? Number 1, work with a coach, work with someone who's serious, and do that kind of follow them like on the job training, like a mentor, mentee. You've got the coaches from Innovate. You can go to our live events. You can go to our online events like we're doing tonight. You can read a book. There are hundreds of books about MLM. There's a few really good ones, but if you can just go on Amazon and type in MLM recruiting, and it's going to recommend a few good books. Order those books and read them. Or if your budget's tight, go to the library and order those books and study them and read them. There's YouTube videos about how to recruit. And the best way to learn how to recruit, though, is to get lots of practice. Do a lot of dumb things, say a lot of dumb things, because once you talk to about 50 people, you're going to hear every objection. You're going to know every rebuttal. You're going to know how to confidently deal with different personalities. But probably for most people, the first 50 people you talk to, you're going to be scared to death. But I promise you, as you do it, you become more proficient, and it starts to become fun. Once you know how to overcome objections, once you know what people are going to say, it's a lot easier to recruit. When you're brand new and you're trying to figure it all out, it's scary. But you know what? Everything is scary when it's brand new. So just keep that in mind. Work on your skills, and skills pay the bills in this profession, in every profession. Number 4, this is something I cannot believe most people don't do. You have to know your success formula. So write this down. Please write this down. Remember this one. This business is predictable. If you talk to X amount of people, you are going to get Y amount of presentations and Z amount of new reps. It is the number may vary for every single person on this webinar, but there is a formula that you are going to realize in your own business. I'll give you a simple example. Maybe you need to talk to 20. Maybe you need to ask 20 people to take a look at Innovate, to have 4 people actually watch one of the videos and check out the comp plan, to have 1 person actually join. Some people would say that's pretty bad, but actually it's really not, because with technology, you could talk to 20 people in about an hour or 2. It doesn't take a lot of time. But if you don't track it and you don't write it down, you are never going to know what your formula is. So starting today, track these different things in your business. The number of people you asked if they were open to taking a look at Innovate. You can word that however you want, but it's the number of people you reached out to and say, hey, have you thought about making some extra money from home? Would you like to take a closer look at Innovate? Or, hey, I think you're one of the best business people I know. I found something you would be absolutely amazing at. Would you like to check it out? Just something like that, where you ask someone to take a look. Now, here's the good news. Not every one of those people is going to take a look, and that's okay. That's not your job. You're just turning over rocks. You're looking for the diamonds. You're not trying to turn the rock into the diamond. A lot of this business is timing, and some of the people who tell you no now, they'll be on your team 5-10 years from now anyway. So don't worry about that. But you're tracking the number of people you're talking to, and then from that, the number of people who watched a presentation, and then finally, the number of people who joined as an associate. Now, here's the good news. When you're new, you might have to talk to 50 people to find one person to join. But guess what? Once you do this for a little bit, you might get that number down to 5. Well, you have to talk to 5 people to get 3 people to watch a presentation to get one person to join. But the only way you can improve with that is if you track it. And most people, I would say 99.999% of all MLM reps in our industry, they don't talk to enough people, nor do they track the amount of people they're talking to. So get a little Excel spreadsheet, or you can get a little journal like at Dollar Tree, and every day keep track. Hey, let's just say I'm Myra. I just see you on the screen. So Myra, I'm going to take out my notebook. I'm going to say, okay, I reached out to 5 people today on Facebook. I texted 3 people, and I made a phone call to 2 people. So I reached out to 10 people today. You'd put the number 10 in that first column for the first metric that you're tracking. And then you're going to have to circle back to some of these people to follow up to see which ones actually watch the video. And then you're going to finally have to circle back one last time to see which ones want to join. And if you do that, I'd say between 50 and 200 people, you're going to know exactly what your formula is. And then all you have to do at that point is work those numbers. And let me just give you an example. Let's say that one in every 20 people that you approach joins, and you want to sign up 4 people a month, 4 associates, 4 builders. That means you have to talk to 80 people a month. That sounds like a lot, but if you break it down, that's about 2.5 people a day, not even 3 people a day. Anyone can reach out to 3 people a day. Anyone could actually reach out to 10 people a day, but anyone could easily reach out to 3 people a day. And that's what success in this business really boils down to. It really is as simple as that. It's how consistently and for how long can you talk to X amount of people a day? And of course, talking to people also means following up, et cetera. Landy, anything you want to add to that before I go to the next one? No, we're good. Okay. Number 5, I'm trying to keep this rolling. I'm trying not to go over, but we might go over a little bit. Number 5, you got to improve your process. Okay. What most people, this is what I used to do when I first joined the industry. I used to talk to someone and expect them to jump up and down, whip out their purse or their credit card and be like, oh, Chuck, I've been looking for this my whole life, and sign up right there on the spot. And guess what? That might happen for 1 every 1,000 people you sign up. But for most people you sign up, it doesn't work that way. And that's because recruiting is a process. It's kind of like dating. If you're a guy and let's say I go on a date with a girl named Ann, sorry, Rachel, I'm just using this as an example. Let's just say I go on a date and I like the lady, and I ask her to marry me on the first date. What's she going to think? She's going to be like, great. I'm probably going to get tased and pepper sprayed, definitely blocked on Facebook, and she's going to be gone. Well, that's exactly what a lot of your prospects will do. When you expect them to join or buy the first time they talk to you, that's very unrealistic. Most people, it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 touches before they sign their name to the dotted line and become an associate. Now, the good news is you know that now, and all your job is to make sure you circle back to people. And I just want to reiterate, you're not pressuring people. You're not trying to bug people. You are being a professional and you're following up. I'll give you an example. We just had a realtor come over to my house just to kind of give us like an analysis, what it might be worth in case we want to sell it. Well, guess what she did? She followed up with me before the appointment. She also followed up with me after the appointment. When you go to the dentist, what do? They follow up with you. They schedule your next appointment. What else do? They call you before your next appointment to remind you. That's what all professionals do. They do a follow-up, and that's what our job is to do as well. It's not pressuring people. It's not trying to convince people. It's leading people to a decision. Our job is to lead people to a decision over a period of 5 to 10 follow-ups. Anything you want to add to that, Landy?
You're nailing it.
All right. So how can you improve your process? That's probably what you're wondering. You want to write this down on paper, what your process is going to be. So let me give you an example. I'll just say that I've just joined the business today, and Landy's my first prospect. My first contact with her is just going to be something as simple as this. Hey, Landy, I know you're a great businesswoman. I found something. I think you might be interested. If I sent you a short video, would you be willing to take a look at it? Boom. That's it. I didn't say Innovate. I didn't say join. I'm just kind of piquing her curiosity. The next step in the process would be to maybe wait a day or two. And then, the next step is I would add her to my prospector. If she said yes, she was willing to take a look at it, I'd add her into my prospector. Now that's going to drip on her with emails, which is good. The next step in my process is maybe I send her a Facebook message or a text 1 to 2 days after I send her the video. Just follow it up with her. Hey, Landy, what did you like best about the video? Wait for her to respond. She's going to tell me, hey, Chuck, I either liked it, I hated it, or I didn't watch it. That's the only 3 things she's going to say. It's going to be one of those 3 things. And then the next step in my process, maybe I send her a free sample. Maybe I say, let's just take a minute, create your free account right now. And then I'd love to have you do a call with one of the people that I'm working with in the business. And you do a 3-way call with one of the coaches. That's just an example of a process. You can kind of tailor it to whatever meets your personality, but you have to walk people through the process. Does this make sense? Somebody give me a thumbs up if any of this makes sense so far. I got a couple thumbs up. Good. Next one. This is a crazy one. And I had a good mentor tell me this: recruit people just like you. Let me give you an example. I want you tonight, or over the next couple days, when you have a quiet place, get out your phone or a notepad, and I want you to write down 20 things that describe you. And I'll just give you a couple examples. I did this for myself just so I could give you some examples. I'm a small business owner. I'm a military veteran. I love fishing. I love going to flea markets. I'm a dad. I was divorced once. I love hunting. I'm a college grad. That's just a few examples. Why do I tell you to do this? Because if you do this and you write down 10 or 20 things about yourself and you go after people I shouldn't say go after people. You reach out to people with those same demographics, you already have something in common with them. And common ground is vitally important. So let's just say Jennifer is an example, because I see you here. Let's say Jennifer was also from Maine, and I'm originally from Maine. I could, when I go on Facebook or when I first reach out to her, I could say, hey, Jen, now I saw you on Facebook. I'm originally from Maine. I saw you were from Maine too. Where are you from in Maine? So it's just something. Or after you show them a video and you're having small talk with them, you can talk about some things that you have in common. That builds that instant bond. It's very important to have a bond of at least some small type with the person that you're bringing into the business. So write down some words that describe you, different professions, different experiences, and then reach out to people like that. If you're a stay-at-home mom, as an example, you better be talking to other stay-at-home moms. You know all the issues and things that they go through. Why wouldn't you approach them? If you're an executive in your 60s and you're about ready to retire, why not reach out to other executives in their 60s who are about ready to retire? You have so much in common. Hopefully that makes sense. Next one, number 7. And Landy, we're going to go probably 5 minutes over, but I'm trying. Number 7 is to recruit up. All right. So let me tell you how I started this. My first company was Amway, and this was back in 2002. So about 24 years ago, I was basically taught, go out, anybody you see is a prospect. You go to the gas station, they're a prospect. You go to the bank, they're a prospect. You go to the dry cleaner, they're a prospect. That's not really a bad approach, but I don't think it's a smart approach. Every business needs sharp people, whether it's corporate America, whether it's the military, whether it's a small business. You're only as good in any job or any business as the people you surround yourself with. So what I always encourage people to do is to think about, who would you want on your dream team? Who do you know that have the best business acumen ever? Who do you know that own a successful business? Who do you know that they're the president of the PTA and they have that influence? Who do you know on Facebook who has 100,000 followers? Who do you know, like the pastor of your church, when they speak, people listen. Those are people of influence. Those are the type of people that you really want to recruit into your business. And let me tell you why. Because if even one of those people join the business and they catch the vision of what it's all about, they're going to kill it, because they have a huge following of people who like, know, and trust them. So what I used to do is, and this took me a long time to understand, I used to try to recruit people at my level of self-esteem and below. Why? because I didn't necessarily feel confident reaching out to someone who was more successful than me. The best thing you can do is reach out to someone more successful than you. Let me tell you this too. Number one, they're not going to bite. Number two, they're probably a lot nicer than you think. And number three, successful people love to help people. So just remember that. So by all means, you can talk to everybody, but make sure you're also doing some intentional recruiting, and you're going after people that, hey, you know what? If this person joined, I know they have what it takes to take this all the way to the top. It doesn't mean they will, but you know that if they do join, they could. Anything you want to add to that, Landy?
No, good. Keep going.
All right. And here's the
Rapport is
big news.
everything. You got to have that chemistry and rapport. That's so required.
Chemistry and rapport. And I'll tell you, I would rather recruit one person who has a lot of influence and a good self-esteem and a good attitude and a lot of confidence over 100 people who don't. Nothing wrong with the people who don't. They can all learn those things and develop those things. But why not find a few people that already have those things in place? It makes your life a whole lot easier. And I can tell you, even going back to my military experience, the jobs that I was the most successful in the military, I had the sharpest, best people working for me. I mean, that's really what it came down to. I was good at my job too, but when you surround yourself with good people, it elevates you. So just remember, you want to be elevated and you want to help elevate other people. Number 8. This is a big one. I see most people don't do. Always ask the person to join. So I'll go to Myra this time because I only see a few of you on here. I can see your face. So Myra, if you're my prospect and I've invited you to learn more about Innovate and take a look at the video and answer any questions you might have, the worst thing I can do is think that you're going to go home and just sign up on your own. It's the worst conception that I can have. You honestly have to ask people if they're ready to join. Let me give you a couple examples. These are my favorite closes and they work like hotcakes. Myra, what questions do you need me to answer before we help you get started as an associate today? It's my favorite closing questions. And you know what she's going to say? She's either going to say one or two things. She's going to ask me the question, which is good. Questions are good. Do not be scared of questions. Or she's going to say, I don't have any questions. Let's do it. But if I didn't ask that, even if she wanted to do it, there's a high likelihood she wouldn't. Why? People get busy. People get distracted. Their phone, they're looking at their phone. They think about 8 million other things 5 seconds after you're done talking with them. So you got to lead people. And that's my favorite. What questions do you need me to ask before we get you started today? Another question, say I was talking to Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, it sounds like Innovate makes a lot of sense to you. What would you like to do today? Would you like to sign up as a customer, or would you rather be an associate and earn some money with this? And then I just pause and I wait. I let Jennifer or Myra respond to either of those two questions. I don't talk. They look at me for 15 minutes without saying anything. I don't say nothing. I just sit there and smile and wait. And they're going to tell me. They're going to be like, you know what? This makes a lot of sense. Or, you know what? I'd like to do the business, but I'm really busy. Maybe I can start out as a customer. Or maybe they're going to say, you know, I'd like to try the product, but money's really tight and I don't know if I can afford it. Well, then you can give them, then you can show them a way how they can earn their products for free. So just by asking those questions, a lot more people are going to make a decision. The worst thing you can do is not get a decision. It's the worst thing you can do. We're really decision gatherers. Number nine is to be the best version of yourself and use an approach that you feel comfortable doing. Don't try to be Landy. Don't try to be Michelle. Don't try to be Kaylee. Don't try to be Myra. Don't try to be Jennifer. Don't try to be anybody on this call. Be the best version of yourself. Your personality is going to repel some people, and your personality is going to attract some people. And guess what? That's okay. You don't need to attract everybody into your business. You need to attract the tribe that resonates with you. So be the best version of yourself. Don't try to change your personality to another leader's and try to be Mr. or Mrs. Charismatic if you're not. Maybe you are a details freak. Then be a details freak and attract some more details freaks to the business. Maybe you're just a high energy, very enthusiastic person. Then be that and attract those people into your business. It's fine, but be the best version of you, because you can never really be someone else. Nor do we need another person like that. We need the best version of you. And here's number 10. This is how people earn the big bucks in this industry. This is the secret. Okay, recruiters, the top recruiters don't make the most money in our industry. It's the people that help their team become the top recruiters that make the most money in this industry. Let me just give you an example. Let's say, give me another name on here so I'm not picking on the same people. All right, I see Janet. Let's say Janet, hey Janet, how you doing? Let's see Janet joined our team today. And she wanted to go out and get her team going. Would it be easier for her to go out and recruit 100 people herself, or sign up 2 people, help them get 1 or 2 people, then help their people get 1 or 2 people? What do you think is easier? A couple examples. For everybody on this call, I want you to ask yourself this question. Could I recruit, would I rather recruit 100 people, or help 5 people recruit 20, or help 10 people each recruit 10, help 20 people recruit 5, or help 100 people each recruit 1 person? What do you think is easier? It's helping 100 people each recruit 1 person. So this is what I recommend you do. When you're first starting, you do need to personally recruit a few people so you have somebody to work with. But as you have anybody that comes in the business that wants to do this as a business, that's willing to at least give you a couple names of people you can reach out to, work with those people to reach out to the people they know. And here's the truth. If you have a team of 20 people and all 20 people know 200 people, that's 4,000 potential prospects. You would never have to truly talk to someone ever again yourself if you were willing to work through those people. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done, and not everyone's going to let you into their sphere of influence and reach out to people, but some will. And I've met many leaders who've recruited 700, 800, 900, 1,000 people, and they didn't get a lot of duplication in their business. And I met other leaders who've recruited just a handful of people, but they were really good at recruiting in depth. So if you're not really good at recruiting yourself, get good at helping your team recruit, because if you can help your team recruit, it'll be much easier. And I'll just give you an example. Say you have a team of 5 people. Well, maybe you spend 30 minutes a day on your personal recruiting, and then you spend that other 30 minutes each day of the week, help a different person on your team reach out to someone. Now, instead of just reaching out to 5 yourself, you've reached out to your 5, and you've helped your 5 people each reach out to 4 or 5 people. Can you see how your business could grow? And imagine if you taught a couple of leaders how to do that with their team members. Or you helped a couple of new team members all get together. You said, Kathy, Melvin, Michelle, Mama Hart, and Janet, we're going to get together Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and we're all going to work together to get a couple people signed up. And you all get together, you reach out to a few people, you help each other as needed. And then the next week, maybe instead of 5 people there, you have 8 or 10 people there, and then you all work together, and you just keep doing that. That's a much faster way to build a business than just to recruit a lot of people and hope they're going to do something. It's a lot easier to drive it deep and to work with your team than to do that. If you have the ability to do that, and there are some people who are recruiting machines, just keep in mind, most people don't have the skills or the contacts to do that. So that's why we have to help our team reach out to people and help them get started and repeat that. So that's my 10 things, Landy. I know I went a little bit over. I'm turning it back to you.
Amazing, amazing training. As always, Chuck, you always over deliver. And I love what you talked about duplication, because it is really about teaching others to do what we do, right? Because it's the duplication that is going to build that team. So thank you so much for that training. And this was from the book last month, but I thought, well, since Chuck is talking about recruiting, here we go. So these are just some top takeaways from that. Apply what he is teaching, and you will recruit more people for sure. Guys, I know we're running over. We got started a little bit late, but I want to let Janet come on real quick. She has a product testimonial that I'd love to have her share. She's a regional associate here. She's on fire. She's been on the leaderboard. She's been hustling like crazy. She's a wife, mom, a memoir, and pet owner. She's from St. Augustine, Florida. She does this part-time, and she's flying through the ranks. She's doing so good. Passionate about helping others with their gut health, leads from the heart, builds genuine relationships, and loves nature and walking. So let's let Jennifer share Jennifer, sorry. Janet, did I call you Jennifer? Y'all okay, y'all, it's getting late. It's past some of our bedtimes, including Janet. So Janet, I'm going to turn it over to you. Janet.
Okay, thanks, Landy. It's totally past my bedtime. Remember, I told you 9 o'clock I would be like sleep on the couch. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to share a little story about GB6. It's my go-to gut helper. So I had been seeing my friend Kim posting on Facebook about all this colostrum stuff, and I was just like drawn to it, like, oh my God, that's me, I need that. But I was like scared because I have a casein sensitivity. And I'm like, I can't do this colostrum stuff. I just kept seeing her posting. And believe it or not, I actually tried this exact colostrum 6 a couple years ago. And I only took a couple capsules, and I talked to this person, and she even went to Dr. K. I didn't know it was Dr. K at the time, but she was asking him about, this casein thing. And, so anyway, I quit taking it. So here comes a couple years later, and my friend Kim's posting. So it just kept calling me. She had this sample box. I said, send it. I'm just gonna do it. So anyway, I'm a part-time bookkeeper. I was sitting at my desk, and just I've had gut issues my entire life. IBS. I'm not supposed to go into, talk about everything like that, compliance, but just struggling like most of my entire life. Nothing worked. Nothing. And so the sample box arrived. I'm sitting at my desk, my usual gut. I say that it's rumbling. My gut's like rumbling, churning, whatever. I was stalking the mailbox, and lo and behold, it arrived. I went outside, grabbed it. You guys, I swear to God, like I took this GB6 packet, and I want to say it was like minutes. And I was looking at my husband going, did this stuff like really just help my gut? I mean, I was just floored that it was. So anyway, I love this stuff. GB6 is my go-to, and it is just amazing. And it has made the world of difference. It is literally the one product that has made a difference for me. Colostrum and the GB6.
Wow.
That's my story. Thank you, Kim. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kim.
Amazing. Yes. And I think Kim was on the call. So yes, shout out to Kim for bringing Janet in, because she's quite the rock star. And thank God your gut's better, Like
Oh,
that's what this is all about, is helping us heal.
totally.
So, all right, you guys, we had a few more slides. I encourage you to work with the coach. We're just and this is your back office. These are just some things we go over every week, so you can get those. Our book of the month is recommended by Robin Paulson. If how-tos were enough, we would all be skinny, rich, and happy. I have not read it, and I'm going to order it, and I do want to read it, but that's the book of the month. And then closing thoughts. So that is it. I'm going to stop my share. And we made it, even with all the technical difficulties, we're still under the hour. So just want to thank you guys for all being here. Thanks so much, Chuck, for that amazing training. We did have Dr. K on the call. I don't know if y'all saw him, but he had to jump off to an international call. So pretty cool that he was with us for a minute anyway. I was going to unmute and have him talk, but he had to get off and get on the international call. So, all right, you guys, we will see you back here next month, same time, same place, once a month. Remember, and be on here once a month. We'll see you on the other side. Peace out. Thanks, guys.